Hey everyone, welcome to the Spiritual Parlour. Welcome to all new and existing viewers, I guess you could say. Thank you for all your interaction, likes, shares, subscribes, comments, everything. It's great to interact with you all. So this afternoon, I felt inspired to do another pick a card reading, or pick a group, pick a card, whatever you want to call it, message from the universe, kind of reading for you guys because I did it earlier in the month as well when we had the new moon. And so we're approaching the full moon on around the 24th, 25th, depending on where you are in the world. And I thought, well, why not? It'd be good if everybody can get a message as well as the sun signs where the new and full moons fall in as well. So that's cool. So I've got 4 piles here. I was just drawn to the number 4. As I did with the last reading, I have no idea what cards are underneath here. I just asked, Spirit, the universe, what does each group of people need to know? The card that fell, I went with it, or the card that flipped, I went with it, and I have no idea. So it's going to be as much as a surprise for me as it is for you. So Monday, Tuesday, 24th, 25th, this full moon is going to be in Aries. So if you are an Aries sun sign, then that's really good for you because obviously you step into your personal power with the full moon behind you. For the rest of us, Aries rules the first house in astrology. So the first house is you, who you are, what how you appear. It's all about you as a person. And so having a full moon under the Aries influence is really, really cool for focusing on yourself generally, especially with the full moon power. If you want to know more, I won't rehash the article that I just wrote up on Amira's blog. But if you want to know more about the full moon, how best to use it, how it can affect you and all that kind of stuff, just click the link below because there is a link there. But what I will say is the full moon is going to be in the 8th house. So that's the house of debt, tax, shared resources, basically money and resources that we share. The main aspect that I could see with the moon is that it will be opposing the sun, which is kind of like attention energy. And the sun will be sat in the 2nd house, which is our personal wealth, our personal money and what we own. So for some of us, there could be some kind of tension with finance and money. But the good thing is Aries ruler, you could say, Mars, over in the 6th house is making positive aspects with the moon. So check out the article, check out the link below, head over to Amira's blog and find out more. Okay, let's get into it. So if you haven't already been drawn to a pile, you might want to pause the video here, guys, and pick a pile. So we've got pile or group number 1, pile or group number 2, pile or group number 3, and pile or group number 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick whichever one you're drawn to. Receive your message. The timestamps will be below, so you can fast forward to whatever group you picked, or if you want to watch them all, feel free. Okay, let's crack on. So group 1. Okay, so if you chose group number 1, which is here, the tarot card energy surrounding you is the Queen of Swords. Interesting energy. So the Queen of Swords, as the energy, first of all, represents all the air signs. So that would be Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. But the actual energy of the card itself, or this particular suit, is about truth, honesty. The Queen of Swords, she is very, very honest. It doesn't matter whether you're a male watching this. It's more the energy that I'm reading. She's very honest, very straight to the point. Sometimes can be a little bit cutthroat as well. I'm not going to lie. But basically, she doesn't take any rubbish from anyone and she doesn't give any rubbish. She's a very, very straightforward energy, which is the Queen of Swords. The sword suit itself does deal with generally life's challenges, this particular suit, generally challenges that we have, and also our mental thoughts. Okay, so that's the Queen of Swords. Your affirmation is quest, and your affirmation card reads quest. Be bold, and mighty forces will aid you. Take action. Good luck favors the brave. Wow. Okay. Well, one thing that the Queen of Swords is definitely brave. She is not afraid to speak her truth. So there's a message here about being bold, and forces will help you. They will join you and take action. Good luck, and good luck favours the brave. Okay, so if there's something that you need to move forward with, if there's something that you need to be honest about, if you're thinking of setting off on a new journey or a new direction, then I'd say honesty and being brave is a message for you for group 1. Okay, oh, look at that, be positive. Your oracle card or flower oracle card message is be positive. So it reads, your thoughts can shape your experience. So be sure to focus on the positive. Sorry guys, let me read that again. Be positive, and it reads, your thoughts can shape your experience. So be sure to focus on the positive. Wow, okay. So what I'm getting here for group 1 is being honest, being bold, being brave, setting out possibly on a new journey, and the need to stay positive if you are on a particular new journey, or if you're thinking of going in a new direction. I think the universe is quite clearly saying, go for it, group 1, go for it, go for what it is that you want, and go for it, with an attitude of being positive, that things can work out well. But with the Queen of Swords, I feel like I'm being pushed to say to you, make sure that you're being honest with everybody involved, honest with yourself, and don't settle, is what I'm being pushed to say. Don't settle for anything, because this is not what the Queen of Swords is known for. She will not settle just because she wants to make everybody else happy. She will go for what it is that she actually wants. And again, as I said, it doesn't matter whether you're a guy watching it. It's more the energy. And then you've got, oh my gosh, movement. Who is on a journey in group 1? You've got movement as your oracle card from this deck, which came to me earlier this month, which I'm loving. And I'm actually going to read the message directly from the author of this deck, rather than give you an intuitive message. But my mind and my intuition says to me that this card here is going to be linked to all this movement that seems to be going on for group 1s out there, movement and maybe plans stepping forward. So let's see what card 29 has to say for you guys. So card 29, so movement. Here we go. So here's your card 29, and it says, this is a time of chance and movement, and a symbol of a wonderful surprises. If you have been waiting for something, you'll soon have clarity. You'll get the answers you thought would never come, and you'll move closer to things that were out of reach before. Perhaps this card predicts a trip that you've always wanted to take. The symbol for movement can indicate both a change of scene and a real shift in the direction of your life. No matter what this symbol holds for your question, know that wonderful change is now possible. This is the time to make your move. Yeah. If you chose group 1, without a doubt, go for it. The messages are all there for you. If you are making some kind of forward movement or change in your life, there is a clear message to go for it. And the Queen of Swords is definitely backing you. Maybe you're even an air sign yourself watching this. Maybe you're a Gemini, Aquarius, or a Libra. Possibly, possibly not. But if you are, then that's definitely your energy radiating there through the tarot. Okay, so your last message, group 1, your postcard from Spirit it reads, Dearest you, the common sayings, be in the world but not of it, and wear the world loosely, refer to the need to be engaged with life, while not being attached to specific outcomes. Do not take this world too personally, for you are one of the many co-creators here to play, and we have many ideas about how all this should play out. Just know that outcomes don't matter as much as the presence. The presence you bring to each experience and how you let yourself flow through life. There's a real freedom in knowing and accepting this. So will you wear the world loosely, or will you wear it in a straitjacket? The choice is yours. whatever happens, have the courage to keep trying to live as you are meant to. And when it comes to manifesting, don't worry about the how or even the why. We have that part covered. Everything is going to turn out exactly as it should. Spirit has a plan. Powerful message. A very, very powerful message there. Yeah, so group 1, don't worry about the how or why, okay, because your angels, your spirits, the universe, however you refer to higher energy, whatever feels comfortable for you, is clearly, got a plan for whatever it is that you're trying to work on or whatever it is you're trying to manifest. The sentence that's sticking out to me is, don't wear the world in a straight, like, will you wear the world in a straight jacket or will you wear it loosely? Like, to me, this is really, really sticking out as a message to go with the flow, if you see what I mean. Like, don't be too rigid. Don't be too worried about whether things are going to work out or whether things aren't going to work out. Just go with the flow. Be in your zone. Do whatever it is that you're doing or whatever it is that you need to work on. And know that, quite clearly, your angels and spirit has got your back. So, the Queen of Swords. Okay, go for it, group 1. Go for whatever it is that you are trying to achieve, whatever direction you're trying to move in, okay, and be honest, remain positive, go on your quest and be bold. Movement, this is the time for change, this is the time for positive surprises, as this card said, and just know your overall message, your postcard, is that everything will turn out as it should be. That's a wonderful message. And it all really connects really well. So if you chose group 1, good luck, group 1. Have a wonderful full moon. We've got the whole Aries energy surrounding us, which I said is all about, the first house of you, what it is that you want. Aries is also ruled by Mars, which is planet of ambition, determination. So I really, really feel like for group 1, this could be a really great and really powerful full moon. So good luck, group 1, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Okay, guys, so if you chose group 2, which is here, your tarot card energy is the Sun, and that is beautiful. In this particular deck, it's illustrated quite well as well in this deck. The Sun is the most powerful or positive, I won't say powerful, I'll say positive card in tarot. And the Sun's energy is all about blessings, growth, development, health, vitality. So wherever the Sun is felt generally in our life, that's an area which could be, could be quite blessed. So the overall energy surrounding you is the Sun. That's pretty cool. This also is representation for the Sun sign of Leo as well, Leo being ruled by the Sun. But the energy is growth, vitality, health, good vibes. Okay, your affirmation is healing. Oh, that's lovely, healing. Okay, and the affirmation reads, bless all in need of healing, hope and love. Spirit grant us strength and wisdom. Guide us to the path of wellness. Seems to me like this is definitely a message about healing, and with the Sun energy as well. Growth, vitality, being blessed. Some of you, if you picked group 2, could be in a stage of healing, or you could be needing some kind of healing. The messages are quite clear there for you. There will be healing in whatever area of your life you feel you need it. And your angel card message is, wow, look at that, financial healing. Gosh, group 2, you've got healing written all over your messages, which is good. So maybe some of you do need, or you've been praying or hoping for some kind of financial healing. Here it is, your message is here. And it says, your money struggles are a thing of the past. Be open to all avenues to receiving, and you'll be provided for in every way. I'll read that for you again. So financial healing, it says, your money struggles are a thing of the past. Be open to all avenues to receiving, and you'll be provided for in every way. That's a brilliant message, a brilliant message. And this full moon that's coming up on the 24th, 25th is actually, when I looked at what the planets were doing, the Sun and the Moon and so forth, they are both sat in the 2 houses that deal with money and finance in life. The Moon is going to be sat in the 8th house, which is like shared resources, shared finance, death, tax, all that kind of stuff that I mentioned at the beginning. And the sun is going to be in our second house, which is our personal finance, our personal wealth, what we own, all that kind of stuff. Obviously in our bank, businesses, that kind of thing. So, you know, as I wrote in the article as well, which you'll find linked down below, I kind of felt that this new moon, this full moon is a lot to do. For some of us, it could be to do with money. So group 2, if you've chosen group 2 and money is an issue in your life that's surrounding you, or prosperity, or feeling as though you need to have some more, or generally just healing, then your messages are here about receiving that, which is cool. And so, wow, I know this card pretty well. You've got the Warrior. You've got the Warrior from this deck, which came to me earlier this month. I'm going to read the direct message from the author. But this card is all about basically being in the right place. Being in the right place at the right time and being able to make that forward movement. But I'll read card number 2, the full message for you, which is Warrior. Here we go, and it reads, it says, my beloved child, when the warrior appears to you, it is such a sign of fortune that no matter what is happening to you in life, you are truly protected. Whatever you're experiencing right now, all will be well. If your question is regarding love, this card represents someone who is deeply committed, protective, and kind to you. Friendship and love are sacred, and these qualities are important for a relationship to grow. If this person does not have these qualities, then move on, for I will send you someone with true warrior spirit. Remember, life is all about learning and disconcerning who is true and who is not. There is another message here to consider. Do you embody these qualities yourself? Are you the warrior? Now is the time to think about how committed you are to your path. So, yeah, keep pushing. Group number 2, be the warrior, keep pushing. Everything, you know, is as it should be. It seems like the message here for you guys is that your angels, your guides are surrounding you, protecting you at this particular moment in time. That's represented with the sun and the sun's energy of blessings and the healing of the sun. You've got your financial healing if finance is an issue for you, and you've also got your other message, which was general healing as well. So for group 2, there is a big theme here. It feels as though some of you are going to be going through some kind of change, some kind of healing. Maybe this is a change that was needed, or even a change that came quite suddenly. Maybe there has been a change and now it's time to sort of heal and recover from that process. But group 2, it seems pretty much to me, and it feels very much to me, like for this group of people, you're on a blessed path, that, you know, whatever has happened or what is happening at the moment, even if it feels a little bit uncomfortable, that there will be, you've got protection surrounding you, and there will be healing along the way. So very, very positive energy from this pile of cards that have all just fell out together for this group. Okay, and your last message from your postcard from Spirit is, it says, Dearest you, over here there is no mystery for us to unravel, as we know intimately how intimately you are well connected. Guys, scrap that. Sorry, the text on these cards is so small and it's also not, it contrasts with the background, and I don't have my contact lenses in, so let me just scrap that and start from the beginning. So, dearest you, over here there is no mystery for us to unravel. As you know intimately how connected we all are, how the web of creation works, and how spirit is in every aspect of life, from the invisible to the visible. But it's impossible for humans to comprehend the complexities of how things actually work, because most of the important threads in the tapestry don't make sense in the dimension that you live in, or that we live in. That said, can you feel the importance of the currencies of energy that bring events together in miraculous ways? You can't understand with your mind, but you can know with your heart and your soul. Trust that even though you don't know the how, the what, or the why, we do. Surrender to the mystery and have faith that the unseen world is watching you with loving eyes as spirit weaves into your life the mysterious and beautiful tapestry in glorious technicolor. Oh, that's such a wonderful message. This is a message of believing. Believing. No, don't worry. Group number 2, I feel like this is a message to say don't worry. Even though there are visible and invisible forces, you are surrounded, you are protected. It's impossible for us as humans here in our human form to even understand how things work, the complexity of how miracles happen and why events happen. Sometimes we can't understand them with our mind, but you can trust them within your heart and within your soul. And trust that even though you don't know the how, the what, or the why, we do, meaning your spirit guides, your angels, the universe, whatever term feels comfortable to you, and surrender to what it is that they're trying to put forward for you. So that is a really, really lovely message in this pile for group number 2. Okay, blessings of the sun, financial healing for those of you that need it, being a warrior and knowing that you are protected, more healing, and definitely your final message here about just not worrying, just knowing that the universe or your angels have your back in whatever it is that you're going through at the moment. But I think, the tarot card energy for me is always the most striking, because, this will tell you what's surrounding you, what's going on at the moment. And with the sun, as I said, is a very warm energy, is a very positive card. I like to call it the most positive card. Like, I can't think of a more positive card than it. You've got cards like the World and the Fool and all the cards that indicate new beginnings, but they all indicate a new beginning of some sort. With the sun, it's not that there's going to be a new beginning, it's that everything's all right, or everything will be all right, just as everything is now. Like, there's nothing to worry about with the sun. It kind of cancels out any negative tarot card that falls with it, or it gives a different insight to things. Like if a difficult message comes up, the sun's energy always brings that aspect of, but do you know what, even though this is happening, don't worry. So group number 2, I'm going to leave you with that. Whatever's happening, you know what, don't worry, because you do have the energy of the sun behind you this full moon, and you will go through your stage of healing if that's what you need, particularly if it's financial, because it's also there as well. So good luck, group number 2. Have a wonderful full moon, and I'll see you soon. Okay, guys, so if you chose group number 3, your messages are here. So the tarot card energy surrounding you is the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, and the 7 of Pentacles is all about patience, but a real potential for success. The suit of Pentacles is the slowest suit in terms of movement, in terms of how things progress, because it's the solidarity, it's the finance, wealth, what we own, money. It's things that take time to build up in life. 7 as a number is the number of potential success. It's the number after 6, which is the number of having some kind of success and movement. Obviously, once you've achieved that, you want to achieve more. So that's when the 7 comes in, the potential to have more. So I feel as though if you've chosen group number 3, the main energy surrounding you at the moment is a real potential for success. Whatever and however that resonates with you, I don't know. Whatever you've been hoping for in your life, or whatever you've been working on in your life, it could be linked to something financial. It could be work, it could be a new house, it could be a new job, it could be anything that brings you any kind of security. It could even be a relationship, because relationships at the same time do make us feel quite secure. So whatever it is you've been hoping for, there's real potential for success, but you're going to need to have a little bit of patience for the payoff with the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so your affirmation, guys, is rebirth. Wonderful card. And rebirth reads, no matter what happens, you can find new wings. Rise from the past, accept the positive change that is coming. So for some of you, there might be some change coming, or you might be going through a change. Just looking at the colour of the card, the colour of the card is quite orange, quite red. Looks like a lot of fire. a lot of which is movement in tarot, the fire signs, movement, the Suit of Wands, all about movement. So maybe you are going through some kind of change, or you have been, or you will do, depending on when you watch this. But your affirmation is about a rebirth in some way. Okay, so you take how that resonates for you in your life. Then you've got, as your angel card, interestingly, you've got past life healing. Okay, past life healing, the actual flower is the forget-me-not. And your card reads, this situation has been triggered by one of your past lives. Heal the past and bring healing to the present. So I'll read that again for you. Past life healing. This situation has been triggered by one of your past lives. Heal the past and you bring healing into the present. Well. Okay, well, there we go. There's that rebirth energy. You know, definitely when you have a rebirth, when any of us have some kind of rebirth, or some kind of change or some kind of movement, it always makes something fall away that no longer serves us and brings in something new. So it seems like if you're in a situation at the moment, group number 3, whatever it is, whatever that major, and I won't just say a situation, because, you know, we all have situations in our life, but I'll say something quite major, you know, not like, I don't know, the phone bill needs paying or something, you know, something kind of minor like that. But if you're facing like a major situation in your life or a major change in your life, not like the day-to-day things, and the message is that this situation has been triggered by one of your past lives, heal the past and bring healing into the present, and a rebirth is definitely there for you. Okay, so that's cool. And your oracle card message, oh wow, letting go. I just love the way that this works, because I've done group 1, group 2, and all of the messages, as I said to you guys, I don't know what the hell these cards are. When I shuffle the decks that you can see here, I just simply ask, what does group 1 need to know, what does group 2 need to know, what does group 3 need to know, and so forth. And the card that falls or the card that flips is the card that I take, and I don't look at it. I don't look at it until I flip it over and I read it for you now as I'm recording it. And it's just, you know, it's just so great when you see the universe and the angels and the spirits just really pull together to bring the messages quite clearly from different decks to the people that need to hear them. So we've got letting go as your oracle message from this deck that I got earlier this month. And I'm going to read the message directly from the author from this particular deck, because I do like them. So card 22, is it 22? Yeah, card 22. Card 22. Here we go. So here's your message. Card 22, and it is about letting go. And it says, this symbol comes to you to remind you that freedom is important to everyone. If you love something, set it free. Don't hold on too tight. Least you chase it away. Least you chase it away. Yeah, I read that right. Least you chase it away. You have the freedom at this time to choose whatever you want to do. Let others do the same. You will be so happy that you did. Miracles can happen when you let go and allow the magic to happen of its own accord. I'll read that again for you, group 3. So letting go. So this symbol comes to you to remind you that freedom is important to everyone. If you love something, let it go. Don't hold on too tight, lest you chase it away. You have the freedom at this time to choose whatever you want to do. Let others do the same. You will be so happy that you did. Miracles happen. Miracles come. Sorry guys, I can't read this afternoon. Miracles come when you let go and allow the magic to happen of its own accord. That is an interesting message. So, could be some of you need to do some letting go. Could well be. Now, if you look at the messages that have come out, we've got past life healing, we've got rebirth, and you've got your general energy of the 7 of Pentacles, which is about patience as well. So it could be that some of you in group number 3, while you're having this patience, it could be to allow this rebirth, this transformation, this change to happen, this healing to happen, and maybe there might be something that you need to let go along the way. I don't know, group number 3, you take what resonates with you, but there's a message here to let go, okay? And I think whenever you see cards like rebirth or cards like past life healing, like this card here kind of reminds me of the death card in the tarot, rebirth, because that's exactly what the death card is about. It's about rebirth. I think there normally is, you know, some form of letting go. Whenever some kind of change or rebirth or, you know, new situation comes to us in our lives, or we close out an old situation and move in a different direction, you will need to let something go because something new is coming in. It's hard to sometimes hold on to two things at once. Sometimes, you know, especially if one of them may not be serving you as much as this new thing that's about to come in. So I don't know. Hopefully this is a message for someone who needed to hear it from group number 3 about some letting go. And I feel definitely it is closely linked to the rebirth. Closely linked to the rebirth, because this is a message here about positive change that's coming in and accepting it, rising from the path and finding new wings. So something to keep in mind as we go through the full moon for group number 3. And your final message from Spirit, your postcard reads, dearest you, pump up the music, bang the drums, get on up and start that hustle towards your goals and your dreams. There are times to be still, but this is not one of them. Now is the time to make that first move and say yes to life. Pick up the phone, make that decision, take that one step towards the God, or to us, Spirit, whatever you call them, whatever terminology resonates with you. Expect a cascade of changes, good news and opportunities to show up as if by magic. We know it's really Spirit and all of us moving things around you for your benefit. The point is that we are saying go for it. Take positive action towards your dreams, even if the outcome isn't an exact fit to your agenda. It will all be orchestrated, by Spirit. Orchestrated by Spirit and arrive in divine appropriate timing. Don't you just love how it all works? Wow, that is a powerful message. So again, group number 3, you're being urged to pump up the music, bang the drums, get on the phone, say yes, think about your goals, think about what it is that you want to move forward with. And it says here quite clearly, expect changes, good news and opportunity. If you look back through your pile, you've got here the rebirth. I keep going back to this card because this is all about changes, and it quite clearly says here with the message, there will be changes. So for this particular group of people, I feel as though it's time to, I feel like I'm being pushed to say, embrace whatever transition is happening, is what's been put to me, or it's, no, let me get this right, how it's coming to me. Accept whatever path is being opened or needs to be opened, is what I feel like I need to say to this particular group, because there are a lot of messages here about change, rebirth, letting go and healing, and those kind of words or those kind of energies for me are all about change and moving forward. So I feel like if you picked group number 3, you know, you've got great potential for success surrounding you with the 7 of Pentacles, but also just know at the same time you might need to be a little bit patient. But now is the time, according to your postcard from Spirit, now is the time to really take action on what it is that you really, really want, and to let go and to move forward. It feels to me like this is divine timing for whatever's going on around you, or whatever will be going on, depending on when you watch the video. So group number 3, good luck with the change. Good luck with the, how can I put it, the new direction and the rebirth in particular. Good luck with the rebirth, and I hope that you have a wonderful full moon. Can't speak, full moon. The full moon in Aries is really, really good for the energy that surrounds you from these cards, you know, because it is all about you, the self, what you want. And Aries is ruled by Mars, which is about ambition, drive, motivation and direction. So I would say take the full moon to really think about, as this final card here was urging you, what your goals, what your dreams, what your ambitions, what you really, really want, what you really want to move forward with. And don't forget as well that even though you're going to be moving forward, you might need to let go of something, sadly. But there will be something else coming in. So, lovely. Happy full moon, group number 3, and good luck. Okay, I'll see you soon. Okay, group number 4, last but not least. Okay, so the tarot card surrounding you, group number 4, is the Hangman. This is the energy that's surrounding you. Now, the Hangman is a major arcana card in the tarot. It's not a day-to-day energy. It's something quite significant. But the energy is all about seeing things from a different perspective on one hand. As you can see, you've got a guy who's hanging upside down, but he's not in any pain. Normally in most decks, yeah, and it's the same in this deck here, the person who's hanging upside down, their head is normally illuminated in some way. And that is the message about seeing things from a different perspective, i.e. hanging upside down, and obviously learning something with the head of the person being illuminated, okay? The other energy of the Hangman sometimes can be a little bit to do with delays and waiting as well. It kind of depends on what cards fall out with it. But the main energy for me about the Hangman is being able to see things from a different perspective, or maybe looking in another direction, looking at another way to do things, maybe trying to understand other people's point of views. It's definitely about stepping outside of what you would call ideal, or what you would call is the perfect solution or the perfect way to do things, and being able to see things from a different perspective. Okay, your affirmation is, I like it, prosperity. Wow, that is cool. Okay, prosperity, money, 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 especially as I said at the beginning, this full moon that's coming up, to me, from what I can see, the aspects that the planets are making, it is kind of like a money full moon, if you see what I mean. Like, you can check out the link below and see what I mean. I won't explain it all to you now, I'll just read for your messages. But yeah, the full moon to me, it kind of felt a little bit to do with money. So your affirmation reads prosperity, and it says, focus on the positive and more good will come. Give thanks for your blessings and they will multiply. Prosperity begins in the mind. Okay, so being grateful for what you have, and obviously giving thanks, showing gratitude, I guess is another way to put it, and more prosperity could come your way. Prosperity begins in the mind. Okay, so that's your affirmation. Your angel card message is sign from heaven. Oh, I like it. Cool. So sign from heaven, it reads, your loved ones in spirit are waving hello and giving you reassurance that you will be all right. Okay, so your ancestors, people who have maybe recently passed over, or maybe not recently passed over, but people who you might have been quite close with, who are no longer here with us, or with you, I should say. Messages come through that they are watching you, they are waving at you from afar, and they want to reassure you that everything's going to be okay. All right, so your next message is self-worth. Okay, so this particular card has come from this deck that came through to me earlier on this month. I'm going to read the author's direct message from this deck. So you've got card 32. 32? Yep, card 32. And it is self-worth. Okay, so there you go. So self-worth. And it reads, when you draw this symbol, you are asked to consider what value do you place on yourself and in your life. Do you believe in yourself, or do you believe in the way that tells others you want, or do you believe in the way that tells, do you behave, in a way that tells others that you are not worthy? All my children act with self-respect, no matter the circumstances they come from. Self-worth and self-esteem mean that you will not allow yourself to be led into compromising situations. Love yourself, for I, Nyax, the goddess of this deck, love you dearly and want the best for you. Act as though you are worthy of only the best, and you shall have it. Keep your head high. Okay, I'll read that again for you guys because that probably may not have been that clear. So, do you believe in yourself? Or do you behave in a way that tells others that you are not worthy? All my children act with self-respect no matter what the circumstances they come from. Self-worth and self-esteem mean that you will not allow yourself to be led into compromising situations. Love yourself, for I, Nyax the goddess, love you dearly and want the best for you. Act as though you are worthy of only the best, and you shall have it. Keep your head high. Okay, well that clearly comes back to the prosperity message that has come out for you. And actually really, as I said for group number 3, I'm so pleased with the messages that have just fallen out from the decks as I've been shuffling them, because the messages really marry up quite clearly. So self-worth and prosperity. Believe in yourself, group number 4. Believe that you are worth that promotion. You are worth that pay rise. You are worth charging your clients X amount of money for your services. Believe, believe that you are worthy and you shall have it. Remember that prosperity starts within your mind. So, okay, for group number 4, it feels as though for you guys, where the hangman has come out as your main energy around you and seeing things from a different perspective, this could be the perspective where you need to really see things from. Your self-worth, like how much do you value yourself? How much value do you place on your services, your skills, your talents? How much value do you place on your time? What is it that about you that you need to value more? What is it that you need to encourage others to value about you more? Are you being taken for granted? Is everybody just assuming that, oh yeah, you're going to be there and you're going to pick up all the pieces and you're going to do this and you're going to make sure the shopping's done and all the bills are paid and this is done and the kids are fed and dressed and all that kind of stuff? Think about it. Are you being taken for granted? Do you value yourself? If not, or even if you do, maybe looking at things from another perspective. Should you be valuing yourself a bit more? For this particular group, it seems to me as though I'm getting the feeling that for some of you, this could be financial with these 2 messages here, with the prosperity and the self-worth. I feel as though I'm getting feelings of work. I'm getting the feeling of possibly some of you in a situation where you might even be trying to negotiate a pay rise or something to do with money, something to do with how much you value what it is that you're doing, a service that you're offering, a job that you're doing. I don't know, but I get the feeling that this is to do with negotiations and you having to put some kind of value on yourself or what it is that you do. For some of you, for others of you, I feel like this is just general self-worth. That possibly some of you may be, I don't want to use the word, I'll say it because it's just come to me, but it's not the word that I would actually use because I don't want to offend anybody, but dog's body. It's just flashed in front of me, like the word dog's body. Like, I don't know if you know that saying where you are everything to everyone, you're doing everything for everyone and nobody's really putting any value or appreciation on what it is that you're actually doing for them or for others. Like I said, it isn't a word that I would actually use myself to describe the feeling that I'm feeling. I'll probably try and word it a bit more nicer than that, but that's the word that's been put to me. So however it's come to me, I'll just put it out there. So if you are feeling a little bit like a dog's body, maybe you need to start thinking about your self-worth and the actual value of what you're doing for others. Okay, so there's your 2 cards here for you for group number 4. And your final message, your postcard from Spirit here. It reads, Dear wonderful you, intimacy is scary sometimes. It means you have to let someone else get to know the real you, not the perfect, flawless mask you wear for others. No, it's time to reveal the cool one, the passionate one, the imperfect one that is totally you without an artificial, without any can't pronounce this, without any artifice or walls. Yes, you will be exposed and vulnerable for some time, but it will be so worth it. This is the only way you will know the true closeness with others, and you will also be close to spirit and to us. There is amazing freedom that comes when you let go and just be yourself, and be yourself with another group or another person. Release from the invisible bindings that keep you from being intimate is truly empowering. So may we support you wholeheartedly in this choice. You will know yourself better, and we hope you learn to love yourself as much as we do. Life is about who we are with others who share it. You will be so glad that you did. So life is about who we are with others, so share it. You'll be so glad you did. Sorry guys, I'm stuttering all over the place. Okay, so this is quite clearly a message about letting go of a guard, I'm being pushed to say. You know, dropping a mask that you might wear for others, being you and really who you are, you know, and allowing other people to see that, being vulnerable, being exposed. It could bring you closeness with other people. Once other people get to know the real you, you take what resonates with you, who you need to be close with. It says here quite clearly, you know, there is amazing freedom that comes when you just let go and just be yourself. Release from the invisible bindings that keep you. So I'm going back again to this self-worth, you know. I don't know for some of you in group number 4, if some of you have been maybe not being yourself, or maybe, I don't know, when we first meet people, we kind of, my mum would call it putting on your airs and graces. So it's kind of like you try to be as polite as you can, you try and speak as well as you can, you try not to swear. Like take for example me, I don't know any of you who will watch this YouTube video, but you know, I try to make sure that I'm speaking well, speaking clearly, I'm not using street slang, for example, and clearly I'm not swearing all over the place, because you know, you try to put on your best, or you could say a good version of yourself, because people quite clearly they don't know you, so you want to give them the best possible experience of when they meet you. And it feels to me like for some of you, with this message here, possibly you could have been doing that. You know, maybe you haven't been 100% yourself, or you haven't 100% dropped your guard as yet. And if that is you, you know, if there is a group of you from group 4 who have done that, maybe it's time to show people the real you. You know, and people then have a choice. They either take it or they leave it. That's the way that I put it. They either take it or they leave it. I would never recommend that anybody changes themselves drastically to be accepted by another person or another group of people. But for some of you, there could be a real need under this full moon, which is, you know, in Aries, and it is about the self, who we are, how we appear to people, you know, even how our appearance as well is the first house of life. So maybe it's time for you to maybe put on the real you, maybe be real, maybe be who you want to be with people. For others of you, I think this is linked to the whole self-worth. I keep going back to this because, you know, there's a big message here about self-worth and seeing things from a different perspective that from the cards that have fallen out. I feel for others of you, it's time to value yourself. Value your self-worth, not to change who you are or hide who you are because you don't think it's good enough, and because you are good enough, believe me. Your angels, your cards that have fallen tell you that you are good enough. And also, you know, we're all good enough. We're all, you know, not everybody's not perfect. We're not all made perfect, but we're all good enough, you know, as people, and we all have our flaws, but, you know, you're good enough. So whatever you're faced with at the moment, if you feel as though you have to change, don't. Is what I'm being pushed to say. Just don't. I think as most of us mature anyway, we get to a point where you can't be bothered with anything like that. If people don't like you, then they just don't like you. It's as simple as that. At least that's the point I've got to so far in my life, in my mid-30s. If people don't like me, then you're lost. And I think that if a lot of us took that kind of approach, we would all be ourselves much more than putting on false pretenses, which at the end of the day can disappoint people when people turn around and they find out the real you. So there you go. Okay, that is my kind of intuitive feeling that I'm getting from these cards and what I feel is I'm being pushed to say from these messages. So group number 4, I would just say, you know, your overall energy is seeing things from a different perspective. So keep that in mind as we head through the full moon and maybe into October. And I do feel really strongly about this self-worth card as well. So do make sure that you're not undervaluing yourself, especially if you are someone who has to name a price for your service or your business or something that you're doing. So believe in your own self-worth is, I guess, what I'm trying to say. And that's it. Okay, guys, so that is every single group. All messages read, all intuitive messages that have come to me being put forward. Check out Amira's blog. As I said in my last video when I did the Aries full moon reading, some of you might know, some of you might not know, I've teamed up with an award-winning psychic here on YouTube. I'm really, really so excited to be working with her. So rather than putting the monthly horoscopes as I write them onto my blog, I'm going to be doing them for her newsletter and her blog each month, starting from October. So when I post the sun sign normal 6-card tarot spreads that I'll start doing from next week, each sign will have their own individual horoscope, and you can just click the link and head to Amira's blog and check that out. So stay tuned. But I have got underneath this video the full moon information for next week for the astrology prediction around that. So go check that out. Like, share, subscribe as usual. Drop me a comment. Let me know how this resonates, because, you know, as I said, I had no idea what these cards were. So whoever the messages are for, I just hope that you receive them. So whatever group was yours, good luck for the full moon. Have a wonderful full moon, and I'll see you soon. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching.